So I'm going to do a movie on George now, and I'm going to move really quickly because he did so much, he changed so much as a guitarist when he was with the Beatles that it's going to take a lot more depth and clarity than I did with John, because John was just pretty much the same throughout the Beatles' tenure. So I divided George's evolution as a guitarist into three phases: the clunky phase, the smooth Leslie phase, I'll explain what Leslie is, and the soaring phase, when he just totally kicked ass. So starting with the clunky phase, George, I think, was insecure as a guitarist. He still kicked major ass, but he wasn't sure of himself, which is, you got John Lennon and Paul McCartney, everyone would be a little bit insecure. But it was reflected in his playing style. He wasn't bad, he was just a little clumsy, and you can hear it in his early solos. If you want that early George sound, do a lot of that. A lot of abrupt sounds, and you can hear it on. That was slow down, you can hear it. I saw her standing there. And you can hear it on my favorite early George solo, which is when I think he kicked the most ass. Long Tall Sally. It would help if I played it, right? So it would help if my guitar was in tune, but I think you get the right idea. George was clumsy and yet a little bit, amazing at the same time, playing way the heck up here and doing some crazy shit over here. So that was early George. One other thing you should know, he had a Chet Atkins style, which was he played with his pick and his middle finger. Don't take that personally. And played most famously on the Ed Sullivan Show with All My Loving, which was... It would help if I got the chords right. So that he didn't use very much, I think only one other time. She's a Woman. You get the right idea. So that was early clunky George. Now, I'm going to put an effect on really quick, if you excuse me. And I don't have a Leslie, which is what the effect is called. I have a rotary effect on my Vox, little plug. And this was the sound George was going for in the Let It Be phase, which encompasses Let It Be, Abbey Road, a little bit of the White Album. He used the Leslie pedal to get kind of a smooth, glassy, flowy type sound. And this came through on a lot of his work during this time. Most famously, I think, the Let It Be single solo. I got the notes right, because George did. And also, there was no Leslie on this song, but the same style was Octopus's Garden, which I'm bound to screw up, but here's my best interpretation of it. The point is, you want to get that kind of flowy, glassy type, sound, and he did it also on a rock song, One After 909, which I'm bound to butcher, but I love it. So here it goes. is be very flowing and try to get that glassy, flowy type sound. So that kind of, I'm going to turn the rotary off now. That kind of, I guess, evolved into his soaring phase, as I like to call it, when he really kicked ass on the guitar and transcended everything that had come before. The best example of this kind of stands alone by itself, and I'll do my little tribute to it right now. One of the best solos in rock history, when played right, but he was just kicking ass. I mean, get better than... It was smooth, silky, and awesome. And my time's running out, so I'll leave it at that, but he was a completely different guitarist at the end than he was at the beginning, and I hope I've made that clear. And he was awesome. He was the man. And I hope this has helped you kind of see how he changed, how he developed, and I hope that I've contributed in my own little, clumsy way how George kicked ass. Enjoy it. Play more like him if you can, because he was the man. And have an awesome day. Enjoy.